Okay, continuing on our progression with fundamental movement patterns with accelerations and decelerations. Again, as humans, we consistently get more injured with our decelerations and absorbing force than we do with the acceleration aspect of it. So we're going to work into our fundamental movement pattern of a hip hinge. We'll go through our decelerations, our accelerations, and then putting it all together into a ballistic movement. The prerequisites for this are not only good mobility within your posterior chain, the ability to stabilize in a neutral spine under load, and usually I have people be able to do a deadlift with some form of competency, at least a large percentage of their body weight, anywhere between 50 and 75 for multiple sets, multiple repetitions. So your hip hinge or your deadlift, you're going to be in this position. I usually will start people with a fraction of what is their 1 RM or their training weight. In this case, we'll use a 20-pound kettlebell. The deadlift would look like this, right? Where I go forward and backwards, and then the decel is I'm going to drop rapidly into that and trying to halt the movement with a rapid stop. So it'll look like this. Down, and then back up. Down, and back up. Down, and back up. Oftentimes you'll get a slow onset and a slow arrest where individuals will continue to descend. They also may squat their deadlift. So make sure it is what you want it to be, which is more of a hip hinge and an eccentric load on the posterior chain. For the acceleration, it would be just the opposite. If someone has the posterior chain length and extensibility, then they can put the bell on the ground, or you can use a small yoga block. You're going to go from a standstill and then up and up and up, and trying to be explosive as possible. Unlike a traditional strength training set, you don't stop when you get fatigued. You stop when you decelerate. So usually sets are small boluses of anywhere between 5 and 8 repetitions. As soon as the speed drops by 20%, usually the set is done. Rest, recuperate. The intent and the speed and the rapid nature and execution of the exercise matters incredibly as far as the adaptive, the physiological adaptations that we're trying to train.